All right, my favorite people, Sterling here, and back at it again with another vlog here in the beautiful Metagene, Colombia. You know I am a views person, and those of you on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And what I will be touching on is the 5 mistakes I made in my 20s, because I'm a firm believer that yes, it's good to learn from your own mistakes, but it's even better to learn from others. So go ahead and stay tuned. All right, so just landed here in Medellin, just came from Cartagena. What's always a good sign is there were no snakes on the plane, and now hopping in the car with my driver here that's in the background to head to the Airbnb. So follow me on this journey. All right, you guys, so I have to share a funny story with you, very random. I'm with my Uber driver, and there's a guy just walking down the middle of the street and there's traffic, does a backflip, and then just goes along his way like nothing happens. Very random. I found it hilarious because I'm a random person as well, and that's by far been one of the highlights of this trip. But I want to go into one of the first mistakes that I made, which was being a consumer and going into debt. Being a consumer is I was buying all these different things to impress people, new shoes, all these flashy clothes to impress people, and actually use credit cards to buy those things, and actually went and affected my credit score because I was not financially smart to actually pay down those credit cards, and actually ended up affecting my credit score very bad. I ended up since recovering now from that. But that was one thing I just was not intelligent enough to not be a consumer and to use credit cards for bad spending habits. So that's the first one. And then the second is avoiding instant gratification. And this works in so many different areas, but one of the ones is that just going out, doing what college kids do, drinking, partying, where I could have took that time and actually did more things to be more to get more productivity out of it and actually set myself up more into the future versus, let's say I no longer drink now, but I would drink, let's say on Sunday, and then the following day is I would go into class and be hungover, and I just wouldn't want to do anything and not even able to retain the information. So those are the first 2 mistakes. There is just one, being a consumer, and then second is just avoiding instant gratification and looking at things more from a long-term play. So I'm in the mood right now to go ahead and go to the park. So go ahead and follow me along this. I remember seeing this online, this outdoor gym that they have right here. See, I got a workout in earlier today, so I may just go for a 2-a-day, because now when I see people work out, I get motivated to work out even when I haven't worked out. And sometimes when I have my days off, I decide to get a workout in anyway. So it's actually pretty cool, this setup that they have here. So fitness is life. All right. So these are body weight. We got chest is by far one of my favorite days. So that's one way to do chest. And then here's another variation. There we go. Couldn't skip that workout. All right, so just came back from the park. It's a nice, chill, laid back walk through there. Got a nice little burst of a workout, a little short workout. Now heading back to the Airbnb, got a burrito that I'm going to eat as well, because very hungry, and then back to work. Never stops. Let's go. All right, decided to get a quick cardio session in. This is one I've recently added to the mix, where I'll turn the incline up, as well as the speed to about 6, 7. Feels like I'm walking on a hill. And yes, I know you do hear that squeaking of this treadmill. It definitely needs some WD-40. But so far was going to take the day off, but I kept walking past the gym, and this is why one of the hacks that I do is wherever I get an Airbnb, either or a hotel, I always ensure that there is a gym there, because that way there is no excuses. And there was a few things. I was supposed to have a tour yesterday and then also today, and they got canceled. I decided, well, let me go ahead and just get a workout in instead, and then just go out and enjoy the scenery and the view of the city. So no excuses, no days off, constantly every day looking to self-improve in some fashion. So keep being awesome, you guys. Stay with me on this journey. All right, you guys, so I'm about halfway through this meal, and at first it was más o menos okay, but I would say it was a acquired taste. So far, I would rate it a solid 7. So let me show you what we have going on here. So we got the beans. I've put some spices in there, pretty good. Plantain, that really made the meal really good. Some white rice here. We've got some fried pork. I didn't touch much of that because I don't do fried because it's not healthy. Potatoes, some beef that's there, and an egg. And then we've got avocado. Have no clue what to exactly do with that banana. And then just simple bread there. So I would recommend it. As mentioned, giving it a solid 7. So the restaurant name is Mondongo's. Here we go right here, so you'll be able to see that. So yeah, check it out here in Metagene, and just the scenery that you see right here. There's a lot going on here. All right, you guys, so officially calling it a night, and got some healthy ice cream here that you in the bag there. Went to the grocery store. Uber luckily was able to find something good for me. Okay, that lighting's not that good. Let's go ahead and go this way. But another mistake that I made in my 20s was, one, not realizing how important to focus on mindset is, because I grew up with so many limiting beliefs, and one being that is just grow up in the environment that I grew up in, Section 8 housing, welfare, food stamps. I remember seeing my mother drive around to different gas stations, spend about 15 to 20 minutes doing that to save 10 to 15 cents on a per gallon. So just one, the value of money is one, to save, to be driving around just to save that much on gas really was pretty much irrelevant. So that's one thing. And then also just understanding that, yes, I was born in those unfortunate circumstances, but it's still up to me. I'm the creator of my destiny and still decide where I can go in life. So going to go ahead and chow down on this ice cream. Got to get ready there's some festivities tomorrow morning. So super excited about that. Keep on holding on and follow me along. All right, great morning, my favorite people. Whew, just lost my breath because it's been running around so far, but I still cannot get over that guy doing the backflip the other day in the middle of the street, but I digress. So last things that I wanted to mention of mistakes that I made in my 20s was the fourth one being is just not having a long-term vision, not realizing that you can get a lot more done in a decade versus just looking at things so much in a short term and trying to take shortcuts. So that's one thing, having more of a long-term vision and knowing that, yes, what I'm doing today, I may not benefit from it tomorrow, but from the compound effect of consistently doing it over a longer term, that's when I'll really start to reap the benefits. And the last but not least is just knowing investing in myself. That will be the best return on investment versus buying things and, you would say, investing in things to impress other people, that it really doesn't even matter. It comes down to how I feel about myself. So you guys, really appreciate you on all those points that I went into, and would love for you to share is, for those of you who are a little bit older, I'm 30 years old myself, so if you could share below what are mistakes you made in your 20s. So go ahead, and those of you, you know the next steps, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. As mentioned, I love these views here in Metagene. So far, I would actually rate it a 9.2. Yes, a 9.2. I've been completely blown away by my experience here. And yes, so I'll catch you next on the next vlog. Until then, keep being awesome.